I want you to see something. When they lie about my location, they're it's just like a GPS manipulation type of ordeal because they because they still it's about claiming my space, so the environment that I'm in, and claiming that I'm in a 50th environment, which is one of their homes. So hey Siri, I guess since I'm recording I can't use Siri. Oh, for that one also is saying that it's right here. So a minute ago it was saying that I was 408, and when I clicked on the image, this it put me at my location. This is actually my property right here, but the property that's saying that I'm at is down here, which means this is the one, that they're putting in the frequency and calling me and claiming that this space belongs to it. But this is kind of like a ghost property. It's vacant right now. This one right across the street from me is also vacant right now. And they're using this one mostly ever since I captured a screenshot of the locations, like the surrounding streets in this area. Let me show you. This whole little, I don't have a pointer. This whole little area right here, they were saying I was at. So they were saying I was on Salter. They were saying I was on North Seminole. They were saying I was on Osage. They were saying I was on New Bern. And where else? How far out did it go? Osage. That's about it. So they were claiming I was in this whole little, these different places in that little division. So, and in every case, I just caught on to this part recently because normally I'll just ask my current location and screenshot the address. I started clicking on the image. I started clicking on the image, and then it'll take me to the map and show which property it is. So in all cases, when it said like 410, 408, 415, it still brought me to my property. It never took me to any of those properties. So this blue dot is always only on my property. They were also calling me the house over here, the one right behind mine. So her street address is associated with North Division. Mine is associated with East Baker. Our house is facing two different directions. Her front door obviously faces her street. My front door faces my street. They were using my back door to manipulate reality. So every time I went out my back door, they were using it to claim that I was her. What else? I go into some details on Instagram, but this is just something you need to know. Like I said, once again, that blue dot, it never moves. So you're never going to see it on any of these other locations. It's just that it's all a government operation. It's part of the covert operation, the torture program. So when they're putting me in the lowest frequency to make these attacks on me, they're claiming that I'm not me, and they're claiming that others are me, and that it's not being done to me. But they also want to claim my space, my environment, the cleanliness. Okay? That's what they're trying to claim. And it's all in exchange for them to receive favor or obtain some type of desire. No different than Upland Avenue, since I'm in a space where obviously I don't have a lot of neighbors. Like I said, this house behind me is literally the only one occupied. This one across the road is not occupied. The other two are, but the one directly across the road from me is not. So I hate that I don't have anything to highlight this. What if? So this one is vacant. Hey. Okay, where's my highlighter? Vacant, vacant, vacant. And then this one is, oh, wait, that's me. And then this one is occupied, 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 occupied. And of course, this location here is mine. Why won't that stay? Okay, so again, these vacant properties, they often use to make a ton of attacks and put an entire area in a vibrational frequency that it cannot be in, all while extreme attacks are being made on me to make sure that there's inactivity. It's all about reducing my activity and productivity to make sure that I don't get anything done that I'm trying to get done. I'm going back to Akron, Ohio soon to go to jail. And this is what this, it's not what it's about. They want to make sure I don't accomplish any other things in terms of social media. So that means I have a home internet service that pretty much is not worth having at all because I can't upload a video on it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This video has been uploading for 2 days, and look where it's at. Today they gave me another fake sinus problem. As you know, over recent weeks, literally as soon as I left Akron, Ohio, it turned into a thing about white people and weekends. So it was about sustaining the activity, and they're not allowing me to. I don't have any words right now. It was about they were sacrificed. They were attacking me and using the attacks that they were making on me to ensure their weekends. And they made it about white people. They never said black people. They never said light-skinned people because, often they say black and light-skinned. They don't talk about, when it was that type of curse, they weren't talking about them at all. They only mentioned white people. There's more that I want to say regarding this, but like I said, I don't have the words and I don't want this to turn into a mumble jumble thing. And I don't want to detour from what was just made obvious. So after, and again, this is all being done with government, federal agents, satellite GPS satellites. That's how they lie about my location and claim that others are me. Parallel reality. There's other technologies behind parallel reality. When I was on a street that was closing, let me use one of these other streets for an example. Try to find something that might look like the neighborhood I was in. See, geographically, it's just not the same in any way, but they're still doing it to sustain that old neighborhood. I guess, I know there's a few properties up this way, but nothing that would. So you see how there's 4 on this side and then there's like 3 or 4 on this side that are parallel. And there was a street in between. and it was probably 8 properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on one side, and then there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the other side. That's what the old neighborhood was like that. But like I said, there was a street in between, and I have quite a few images that show how they were lying about the area. That means that even when a map was referenced online, like they had the locations wrong, like they had the house numbers wrong and things like that. But they always said that I was at one of those neighbors' house to suggest that, they should receive favor, and that all those that had pretty much mistreated me in some way or another were in fact acquaintances. So that's what they did the entire 4 years that I was there. They suggested that all that were against me were in fact acquaintances, and literally constantly put me at those locations so that they receive favor and I receive misfortune. They were pinning all their behavior on me. So every time they mistreated me, they were claiming that I did something to them.